Welcome the back-to-back team champions. We have LIV Golf Singapore champs, Herbert GC. Awesome guys. We're joined by our captain, Cam Smith, Marc Leishman, Herbert and Matt Jones. Congratulations, guys. How awesome does it feel to be back-to-back champs? I'll start with Matt.
Yeah, it's amazing. Last week was a very special week for us, but to come out here this week and do it again, it's really special. This team, they play like Maximus Decimus Meridius, and it was just amazing just to be part of it.
Marc, what are your thoughts?
Obviously an awesome week. Individually for me and Cam, it was obviously a great week. Looked like we were cruising there in the team stuff until I didn't quite get it out, but managed to make that good putt for bogey and finished off alright. I was really happy to get across the line there with the team. Good week, good 2 weeks, really all round.
Cam, you went on a heater today, you shot 7 under, and it really helped you guys secure the victory. Tell us a little bit about your day and what gave you that extra motivation.
I think it was nice to be on the other side of that. Last week I was the worst scorer of the whole group, and today I was the best scorer. So it was nice to be on the other side of that, helping the team out. I felt like I was dragging a little bit last week, but it was a really good game. Game starting to feel really nice. Just need to kind of match everything up like I did today for the rest of the season, and I'm sure myself and this team will be up there. Yes, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season for sure.
Everyone's hanging on your every word. Lucas, you are the newest member of Team Ripper, and you guys have now secured back-to-back championships. What do you think that says about you as the addition to the team?
I don't think I can take all the credit for Ripper GC's playing so well, but it was obviously great to watch these two to my right here playing the way they did in front of me today. I obviously didn't have my best stuff. For them to play like that and carry the team through is probably a reason why Ripper GC has won the last 2 weeks, and say it's the reason Cam's the captain too.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? How Cam is as a leader and captain?
I mean, it's pretty cruisy. We don't have to answer too much. I think as long as all of us are practicing and working at things the right way, I don't think he's got an issue with where Ripper's going to go. He trusts all of us to get all our work done as we need to, and once we get to the tournaments, it's like we just go and have a lot of fun together. There's not a lot of critiquing of each other of what we're doing.
We went out and played after that long weather delay, which I wouldn't think many other captains would have sent out and said, go and enjoy it. I don't think many other captains would have said that, texted their team.
How do you feel to hear all those nice words about you?
Very nice. Thank you guys.
I get to spend a lot of time with the different teams, and I have to say, you guys definitely seem like you're all great friends, and you're genuinely out here having a good time, even regardless of having played. Marc, do you think that's part of the winning formula for Team Ripper?
Definitely, it certainly doesn't hurt. I mean, I can't speak for the other boys, but I'm genuinely excited every time I go to an airport now to come to a tournament. That's not fit. It feels like we're obviously it's very serious golf, and we're playing there's a lot on the line and playing for each other, but it almost feels a little bit like we're going on a boys trip every time we go to a golf tournament, which I love. Obviously, we've got to pull the reins in every now and again if we get a bit excited, but it's awesome to be travelling the world with these lads.
A little birdie told me you guys partied for about 48 hours after your win last week. Are you guys going to top that this week, or are you going to go a little bit more low-key, Cam?
I think we're all heading home, to be honest. It might be a bit hard to do it by ourselves. I think it was great fun to do it as a team, and there was a lot of enjoyment in those drinks, but I think we've had a long couple of weeks, and probably looking forward to getting back to our families for these guys and getting some rest and getting some sleep.
Will somebody film it this time with your cameras? Thank you guys. Congratulations. I'll kick it over to Mike.
How exactly did you guys battle the hangover, maybe figuratively or literally, since winning in Adelaide? Because obviously that was a huge thing for you guys. Did you feel like it was a massive challenge coming into this week?
It was certainly a challenge. It might have been a blessing in disguise. Yes, we partied pretty hard for a couple of days, but then we all had Tuesday off. I don't know if many of us left our hotel rooms. And I think conserving energy this week was pretty important, particularly for the end of the week when everyone was worn out. And we were worn out, but I think we'd just taken it so easy early in the week might have helped us just to have that little bit of mental strength that it took to get across the line. It may or may not be the case, but I'm going to put it down to that.
Cam, were you worried about the hangover effect coming into this week for the team?
I think last week was definitely a big week. I think it was very energy consuming, and everyone was just tired. Even the win, had a few beers, like Leish said, had Tuesday off, but No, I wasn't concerned. We'd all played this golf course before. We spoke about the golf course. We all like the golf course. I think it's a very tough driving golf course, but once you get in the fairway, you actually have to hit some different shots, which we all love doing. So I wasn't concerned about how we were going to do this week. I think we probably got a little bit of a kick up the butt on Wednesday. We did a chipping drill and then did a putting drill on Thursday, but just to kind of get the things ticking over and getting the mind competitive and active again. No, I wasn't concerned. These guys are the best at what they do, and they showed it again this week.
Matt, is it nice to show that you guys don't need 90,000 fans to actually win out here? That you guys can win on any course at the time?
It was great to win in Australia. We had plenty of Ripper fans out here too. It's a pretty easy flight from Australia, I think.
And Lucas obviously is a bit of a different Sunday than a week ago. How did you deal with it? How were you dealing with it during the day, knowing that things weren't always going right, but at the end of the day, your score was still going to count?
I think it's probably something I've worked on a lot recently is really trying to grind out those bad rounds as much as I can and get as much as I can out of some of those really poor days. And I don't know that I've played much poorer this year than I did today. To be able to drag out 3 over was a good score for me, realistically. To drag that out of today was quite. There was a lot of self-satisfaction in that. It was made a little harder watching these boys just having a ripper of a round in front of me. It was 6-7 under. I didn't have that in me today, but trying to really stay focused on what I had in front of me, and I knew that they were going to keep making birdies as long as I didn't make us go backwards, and they were trying to cancel out my mistakes. Just try to keep it on straight and narrow as much as I could, and not throwing a double or a triple where we didn't need it.
And Cameron, Mark, how much was it today as you were trying to chase down Brooks? Were you really concentrating on that part, or was it more where you were with the team? How can you kind of take us through your perspective?
I think at the start of the round for me, I was really kind of out of the golf tournament. Would have taken something pretty special to go and chase Brooks, but probably with 7 or 8 holes to go, I was closer than I thought I was going to be, and then started to just probably aim at a few more pins than I maybe wouldn't have trying to win the golf tournament. So I think there was an element of both for myself. I think Leish was a couple shots north of me this morning, but I really wanted the team to win, but at the same time I got so close that it was hard not to think about that as well. So.
And then fair few back, switched over to the team, 6, 7, 8 holes to go. And I switched back to the individual. It was both. It was pretty cool to have those two simultaneously and trying to see what Cam's doing in the group ahead of me and where the team is, where I am individually. It's a good concept. I mean, I think it brings that extra aspect to it.
And one last question for me, Cam. You mentioned this on TV, but you said you worked on your hip. Was it earlier this week? What was the issue there?
No, not really. It just flares up from time to time. I've had it probably off and on for the last probably 2 years, and I think given the heat and how soft the ground was, it was just working a little bit overtime and got a little bit sore that first day and struggled to get into the left side, but he did a great job. He fixed me up and I'm ready to go the weekend. So a little bit. I wouldn't say I've gone in depth. I think maybe over a couple of years ask a question here or two, but it's not kind of how to run a team or how to manage a team. I think these guys have been professionals for starters for 20 plus years, a couple of them, and 7 years, so it's hard to come in and really tell them what to do. They all know what they need to do, they know what their job is. I just got lucky that I have probably 3 of the cruisiest guys in the world that I'm going to look after, and besides maybe let's do a putting drill from time to time, it's really not that hard for me. These guys kind of take care of themselves.
And obviously, momentum is everything when you're winning. Would you almost like to be playing again next week?
I think we've had a long couple of weeks. Adelaide was very energy consuming, as I said before, and this week was just so hot. I think it's taken a lot out of everyone. It's probably a good thing to have a couple of weeks off, but it'll be another hot one on the heat. I think we've all played. I kind of knew all year that we were going to get the ball rolling at some point. I think internally that we're the best team out here, and we're going to be tough to beat when we all have our best stuff. And Although a couple of our guys didn't have the best stuff today, there was also Leishman that stepped up, and it was the same last week. I didn't have my best stuff on Sunday, but the other guys stepped up to the plate and really did a good job. We're going to be tough to beat the rest of the season.
I didn't see the celebration. Was there in Singapore? Should we up there?
Yes, it was rank.
Again, I was going to ask, can you guys tell us why you don't have shoes?
Quality of foot shoes really come into their own this week. I did a shoey out of mine on Sunday. It was good to go by Wednesday. Held up all week perfectly. Another shoey today. I signed it and handed it off into the crowd. It was just those on its last legs, to be honest. And it's even though I've had a couple of wins, they're only a couple of weeks old, so I feel like maybe I should go get it back, to be honest.
How does a shoey after wearing your shoes for 3 rounds in the Singapore game?
Well, I said to the boys, I'm like, surely we've got to draw the line somewhere. They're like, no, we don't want to. I'm like, alright. It was pretty ordinary.
Congratulations, guys. Good luck in Houston. We'll see you then.